The Karma into the mid lane as CuVee takes down the Lulu. One of the last remaining supports available for him after everything else was largely banned away as far as that upper tier. Thresh and Tahm Kench most certainly a cut above the rest at the moment.
Come so far established. Wave clear very important for KT to make this Fiora draft work. So Victor or the Orianna are the picks. Victor is going to be the confidence pick from the side of Pawn. Both of them have worked for him this season. But when you have Kalista, Elise, Braum already drafted and a Fiora to split push, wave clear was only what Pawn really needed to contribute from the mid lane. So he'll go the Victor in this scenario. Didn't really have much of a ball carrier. Elise is probably going to go pretty heavy on the AP. The 4-man unit needs to stand strong, and Smeb needs to get his split push going. So expect a lot of top lane focus to try and keep the Fiora down.
Yeah, and we'll see whether the Zac is once again going to be what these teams need to achieve victory. We've been seeing so much of the dang champion so far today. 4 out of our 5 games.
Madness.
Just complete madness after 97% ban rate up until this point. But everyone's throwing the gauntlet. Everyone was listening to Marta with the crazy words that he says, no matter what, is going to be the answer. So more Zacs to be observed. But now, with the Elise available to counter him, I believe Zac is actually 0% against Elise.
Sample size of 1, I believe.
3.
I believe. Interesting.
Yeah.
There was the game against MVP, I believe. Zac was the answer. We can continue about that, the thoughts about that, though. But Atlas, this could be a shorter series than expected.
Yeah.
KT exploded onto the Rift in Game 1, and they're looking to back it up in Game 2.
Well, we'll see whether they can do it as we hop onto Summoner's Rift. Still so many question marks. Now time to have them answered. And here we are. All of the fans very excited to see game number 3. I'd like to think, Papa Smithy. But did you get to the bottom of it? Was I... Oh, wow. What just happened?
Bit of violent rush. The Fate's Core play could be coming soon. No Glacial Fissure available for Marta. We're getting fireworks.
Well, okay. Holds on to the Cocoon for a very long time. Glacial Fissure does come down, but it's a fantastic arrow. There's the Kidnap. And they grab Deft. He's unable to grab anything. And it's going to be Crown that nets himself the kill. The teleport's enough and make it a double as CuVee, he turns up and he picks one up as well.
Yeah, Score went for the first move, flashed in, held the Cocoon, missed it on the back end though.
Okay. Consolation prize donated over. CuVee not exactly having the series of his life on the Lulu now, but the Zyra as well was a pretty bad time. Look at the wave clear from Pawn. He's able to save this turret completely as well. And look at that. Rift Herald should be taken. So only about half the health of the tower. Oh, Deft. No flash available. That is going to be the Elastic Slingshot. No ambition. Denied. He's stunned up there as well as Deft now trying to dance away. But look at that. Crown's in through the back end. And Marta, once again, saves his AD carry's life. And Ambition, he's going to get killed for it. I have no idea how Samsung were unable to grab and just get into the head of some of these players. As Marta just going to stand behind a minion, gets out of the way of that one, but it's a good stretching strike, and the Let's Bounce is there as well. Deft trying to dance out of the way. It's just not going to be enough. The double kill for Ambition.
Glacial Fissure down in that scenario, Atlas. No way to deal with the Zac this time around. Ult still available, bot lane.
Yep, Smeb going to get another flash. I believe it was actually from coming in, bar killing CuVee. Deft waiting in the brush. Ambition going to move up top. Charge is clearing out that way, but Smeb, he is going to get knocked up. Ruler's there. He needs to create some distance, but Smeb looking to just die here. It's going to be the roam. It's now Score. Looking to try and take down Ambition, but not going to be put in the little baby cage, unfortunately. The lunge, Flash gets out of the way, utilizes the riposte greatly, but Ruler flashes forward, wants to take Smeb down, who's trying to answer, but goes for the engage a little bit too late. Couldn't quite decide his target, and that 2v1 goes in favor of Sam. Bot this out, the Score takes a massive amount of damage from that Q. Pawn comes in, and here's the teleport from CuVee. They really want to make this into a fight as Pawn has to try and turn this one around, but that Chaos Storm doing so much work. Immediate cleanse and then the flash to get himself out of the engagement. Now CuVee has to do the same thing. Smeb's in here, and now wants to start up a big battle. Ambition doing so much work, and it's a great cocoon to break up this battle, but Smeb's already dead. The gravity field from Pawn does a bunch of work, but he's knocked up now, and Ruler, he's starting to get the work done. Deft trying to dance this one out. Does he have the rend available though? He gets turned into a little critter and will get taken down. CuVee comes back, and Samsung, this is what we're expecting in game one. Beautiful coordination. Look at those health bars. Just juggling the aggro like nobody else.
Yeah, making the team fight comp work, but only just out as they turn onto the Baron. Elise is still here, flashing, low health. No flash available either. Score wants to pull a rabbit out of a hat. This would be way against the play, and this is a very early attempt at a repel.
Yeah, it is still going to die. Just slam dunked by CuVee. The Baron is going to be their reward. 10-2 in kills. This game is starting to look incredibly one-sided. And it wouldn't be KT versus Samsung if we didn't go to 3 games. I'm really excited to see that we're going to see it go the distance as opposed to the last best of 5 we saw these 2 teams in.
So Score had got heavily poked out, and you thought, okay. And CuVee plays this really weird. He starts up getting knocked up. He had queued over the wall previously, so didn't have access to the gap close. Gives up a lot of his health bar, and you're like, maybe KT can do it, really against the run of the team comps. But then Fiora gets focused down, and while Deft is free hitting, he's isolated on the back end by Ambition, and he's just dumping spears into Ambition, who really isn't worried about falling low. There was no AoE rends coming off in this particular game. Able to set up, turn around. CuVee even dunks him with the flag and drag, so that was just a compositional advantage that Samsung drafted for. The Fiora not getting the work done this game. Plenty
more score. Just too much pedigree there. As now Ambition dives a little bit too far forward, possibly. It is going to be the catch, though, as Pawn unable to get anything done, and Ambition soaks all of the damage and doesn't care. He's still got the passive. It's just not the target that you want to be focusing down, but he just creates so much of a space and engage area that once again he just dives forward, lets bounce, delivers the Fiora to the middle of the fight. It is Deft at least able to pick up one, may have a reset available, but nope. That is going to be inhibitor turret, sorry, Nexus turrets falling down, and game 2 belongs to Samsung. We're going the distance tonight, Papa Smithy. It's going to be game 3 between KT and Samsung Galaxy.
It wasn't quite the firepower of game 1, but maybe even more controlled by Samsung, who with this comp, with so much comfort on the side of the Karma mid lane, allowing for the wave clear, and Ambition making the plays after really falling down in its Gragas game in game 1. Now the pick ban, I think, has to really be under the microscope. No team can be picking up the Zac in this final game. KT will be on the blue side, and with the blue side win rate of 100% today, that's going to be a big advantage for them. Let's see if Samsung can have a different plan, because they saw how game 1 went when they really allowed KT to dictate the draft to them. They cannot allow KT to dictate the draft again.
Yeah, most certainly can't, and I don't think anyone should be letting Zac through. I feel like game number 3 needs